Welcome. This is a group video on cobots, robots, and AI. Everyone is calm, prepared, and collaborating effectively.
That is false. We are under a lot of time pressure, the infographics are not done, and I heard someone saying that we'll do that later. That's not strategy, that's negligence.
And yet, somehow, morale remains high.
Let's begin from the basics. When people think of robots, they usually think of big machines, science fiction, red eyes, and human extinction. Well, it's not that dramatic. A cobot, short for collaborative robot, is designed to work alongside humans, not in isolation, alongside. It is functionally a workspace partner, a highly motivated one, with discipline, doesn't get tired, and doesn't ignore texts on group chat. Traditionally, robots are meant to be separate because of safety reasons, but cobots are different. They are built for shared spaces because they are flexible, reprogrammable, and can handle variation. They are not limited to doing one task forever. You see them in manufacturing, logistics, and healthcare, especially where work conditions vary and systems need situational awareness.
Sunny did very well, very authoritative, very intense. But if we are being honest, a cobot could probably deliver that explanation faster, more accurately, and with stronger consistency. Not attacking him, just saying benchmark exists. Alright, this is the part where it gets exciting because cobot is the body and AI is the brain. Let's talk about computer vision. Robots can see, identify objects in real time, and track movement. It can also distinguish between a cardboard box and a human hand, which, by the way, is a very big distinction. Next comes sensors. This is where it decides the proximity between human and response. Things like slowing down, stopping, or recalibration. Next is machine learning. Robots learns through experiences, not just by any other software update. It learns through repetitive tasks over time. And this is what makes it easier to work with humans. And last, this is my personal favorite, language-based AI. Cobots can now understand simple spoken instructions. You don't always have to do complex programming. You can just tell them, which is huge, right? And when you put all of this together, you don't just have a tool, you have a smart, adaptive intelligence system. Isn't that cool? This is literally what's happening, and it is exciting, very exciting. Not at all scary, unless one of them starts making an eye contact with you for a very long time.
Alright, business model time. I promise I'll try to make this interesting. Traditionally, company faced a brutal trade-off. They could produce one standardized product efficiently at a massive scale, or you could offer customized product, but not both. Customization was expensive, variation broke the system. A production line can switch between different product variant quickly without having the expensive retooling that made the customization cost effective before. BMW is the clearest example. They use cobots to handle highly customized orders on the same line as standard production. Different specification, different features, and different configuration, all while maintaining efficiency. The same scenario, but different output. The value is no longer purely about scale. It's about the speed, flexibility, and the ability to meet individual customer needs without blowing up the cost structure. That improves value capture by allowing firms to serve demand more efficiently. It also strengthens value capture because firm can reduce waste, lower inventory pressure, and avoid costly retooling. And in business model term, yes, I'm going to say value capture. A firm can charge premium for personalization without corresponding spike in production cost. And that's genuinely a powerful shift.
Anand said value capture 4 times in the video. We didn't say anything. We support each other.
Cobots are not just changing what robots do, but also how the company sell and structure their values. Before, a company would make a robot, sell it to another company, and that's it, it's done. A useful example is App Store. It made iPhone go from being just a device to a platform. Now, software developers build a lot of apps on it. And now, robotics is moving in a similar way. As more developers and users join, the ecosystem becomes more valuable due to network effect. And then we have RaaS, Robotic as a Service, which means a company can now subscribe to a robotic service than buying it with large upfront capital. This makes automation shift from a capital expense to an operational expense. Now, with that, automation is more affordable and accessible than ever, especially for the smaller firms.
Everything that we've talked about so far, from the technology to the shift in the business model, this is where it all actually comes together. And for that, we're going to Amazon. Before robotics, Amazon fulfillment centers were completely manually operated. Workers walked sometimes even kilometers across the warehouse to find and pick items during their shifts. It was slow, physically demanding, and genuinely difficult to scale. Then they introduced robots that didn't replace the human workers, they brought the inventory to them. Shelving pods driven by robots bring the inventory to the human worker. The worker picks, the robot leaves. Simple in concept, but transformative in practice.
So if we take a look at their business model, it's even more exciting.
Starting with their value creation, the numbers are kind of hard to ignore. Their productivity increased drastically, and the processing time got reduced by 25%, and even their storage improved.
So it's basically a same setup, same broad input, but a lot more output coming out of it.
Exactly. It's not just some automation that looks good on paper, but actually changing the performance in a better way.
Next is value creation. This is where I think Amazon has done strategically well. They did not build and sell it as some external product. They kept it for themselves.
So all the gains stay inside the company. Lower operational cost, better margins, which means more room for competitive pricing.
And also Prime. Obviously, Prime performs only when Amazon delivers speed and consistency.
Yeah, robotics is kind of engine behind that promise. Customer may not see it, but it's actually doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Which takes us to value delivery. From customers' point of view, they expect simple, faster fulfillment, fewer mistakes, and a package that is delivered when it's supposed to be.
And at Amazon scale, it's a pretty big deal, which means same day and next day delivery happening across larger volumes with operations running basically all the time.
So even though robots are in the background, customers can still feel what's happening.
And I think that's the point here. They're not doing automation just because it's trendy.
It's even more strategic than that. So we made a whole video explaining how robots are smarter, faster, and more efficient.
And 5 of us took 3 weeks for an 8-minute video.
In terms of value capture,
Please don't.
AI-powered cobots. They're reshaping the way firms create, deliver, and capture value. Competitive advantage depends on how well the firms integrate them. We are Sunny, Albi,
Anand,
Ninad.
Keep the nap.